is taken from the production, and the mean weight X is found to be 1.01 kg. Is there any evidence at 95% confidence level to suggest that the filing machine has drifted from its correct setting?
Thank you, that's good. So as I said, the first thing is to know whether the question is on hypothesis testing or is on confidence intervals. And as you saw last time, on confidence intervals, we had the mention of the word confidence. But on hypothesis, we may not have the mention of the word hypothesis, or we may have it, but there should also be the mention of the word significance, or may not be there. There may also be the mention of the word evidence, or may not be there. So any of those three words could be mentioned. The word hypothesis, the word significance, and the word evidence could be mentioned. So I've said the word hypothesis, the word significance, or significant, and the word evidence. Yeah. So this one is straightforward, that is on hypothesis testing. So the next thing that we say to establish is whether the population is known or unknown. So in this question, is the population known? Yes or no?
Yes.
Why?
Because of the standard deviation.
Which standard deviation? Good. We have the presence of standard deviation of the population. So we are dealing with a case of known population. Known population. The next thing is it one sample or two samples? So is it one sample or two samples? One sample, good. One sample. Is the question about the mean or the proportion? It is about the mean, so it's SIGO mean. It is SIGO mean. It is SIGO mean. Now from there, we do the first step. The first step I told you is called hypothesis. Hypothesis. I told you we have two types of hypothesis. There is the one we call the null hypothesis. And I told you null hypothesis is formed to deny the existing opinion. So when these guys are saying, is there evidence to suggest that the machine has done what? Is there evidence to suggest that the machine has drifted? Elvis, how you are used to it? Eh? No, hatuko. Natumia hiyo maswali. Umeona hiyo maswali? Okay, good. So sasa the machine has drifted from its correct setting. So if I'm telling you, I'm asking you, has the machine drifted from the correct setting? What do you think is in my mind? Okay, maybe you don't work in industries. Eh? Let me ask you this. Have you seen my phone?
No.
What is in my mind when I'm asking you that? Everybody is saying yes, it's here. When I'm asking you, have you seen my phone? What is in my mind? What is in my mind? Regarding you and my phone, let me try to simplify. If you have them, in other words, there is a possibility unaweza kuwa umeiona.
That's why some people, instead of answering that, they now become offensive. Unasema ni mimi nimechukua simu yako. Because when someone is asking, have you taken my phone? Already in their mind, they are saying, you have taken. It's only that they cannot come directly and tell you when and when nimechukua. So in a courteous way, anauliza umeiona. But back in their mind, they know most likely where umechukua. Yes.
So can you deny that?
Yes.
How do you deny that? Has the machine drifted? Deny that. Using the same word. So sema nini? Has the machine drifted? Kanusha hiyo? Good. The machine has not drifted. So if you say that the machine has not drifted, then you are telling us that what we have seen in the sample, the few items tumechukua, it is what we will find with everyone else. So in simple terms, we are saying that X bar, which is the mean for the sample, is the same thing as mu. That is, what is the mean of that sample?
1.0.
1.0, and the mu is
The mean is 1.01.
And then the other one?
It's 1.0.
1.0. That is the mu, the one that has mu, like letter U, Yeah. So that is how it's argued, but it is how you can cram it like this. X bar is equals to mu. Then HA, the alternative, is done like this. X bar is not equal to mu. That is 1.01 is not equal to 1.0. It's not equal to 1.0. Significance level. I don't know whether has the question mentioned 95%?
Yes.
Yeah, so significance level is 95%. I told you significance level is the amount of evidence you require to reject a proposal. Then we have what we call test statistic. Now, when you are in one known population, one sample single mean, we use Z, which is given as X bar minus mu. You divide by standard deviation divided by the root of n.
So this one is normally called Z calculated. Z calculated as 1.01 minus 1.0. Standard deviation is what?
0.01.
0.01. And the sample size is what? 16. Give me the answer. So the calculated is the amount of evidence you gather. I told you and I give you a proposal. Before you say yes or no, unaenda kuulizia watu wenye wananijua. So hiyo maneno watakwambia ndio huwa tunaita the calculated. What's the answer? Four. So hiyo inaitwa the calculated. Haya, from there unakuja unapata mwingine hapa huwa inaitwa decision rule. Decision rule ni zile standard nilikuwa nakwambia unajiwekea. Unasema anyone coming my way must be tall, dark. That is so those words were not tall. Somewhere. So decision rule, we are going to do two tails. Two tails. Are you in any serious relationship? Or have you been?
It's complicated.
It's complicated. Even the one you have with me is complicated. I'm gonna degree is just the other one. In the serious relationship. See, there are many. Yes, there are many. There are many. Even those of us who are working, when you are working, it's also a serious relationship. Serious relationship. So what I wanted to ask, is that relationship 100% okay? Yes? It's not 100%, eh? Naona kama tu leo nimekuja klasi nimechelewa kidogo. Ulikuwa umeanza kujiuliza na huyu mwalimu. Yes. That just shows that it cannot be 100%. Lakini huko umetoroka ukaenda nyumbani. Sema utawe mwalimu akuishi. So hii ni ile tulikuwa tumesoma area when we were the confidence. Nakwambia hiyo gram said at 95% na kuanga 1.96. So this is minus 1.96 positive 1.96.
So get up to that point. You are through with that? Okay, so now this is what I wanted, or I was communicating. We are in relationships, and those relationships are not 100% okay, but we have not quit. Why we have not quit is because those two problems are what? Insignificant. So if the problems are insignificant, then you accept. But if they become significant, then you will reject. Yeah. Those of us who, or maybe if I start in this class, you cannot tell me that you are always happy with me from the first minute to the last minute of the lesson, or from the first lesson of the semester to the last one. Kuna time utafika mahali ushangae na sasa wewe ni shida na wewe. Hata mimi vile vile kuna time utafika nishangae na wewe. But hiyo mshangao, we hope that it will be what? Insignificant, and therefore we will continue accepting each other. But if it becomes what? Significant, then we will reject. Even those of us who are married, if you ask me, I know my wife has some issues which I am not happy with. But according to me, they are what? Insignificant. That's why I have accepted to live with her. Hata yeye ukimuuliza atakwambia bwanangu ako na mashida fulani, anajua. Si siri anajua. But kulingana na yeye, they are what? Yes. So that is the order of life. Now, if now you have set the rules, we have set the rules, and I told you the other day, who are mtu amejiwekea sheria that anyone coming my way, this is what they should be. But when they come, they may not satisfy 100%. So what they fail to satisfy, even if it's insignificant, you will accept their relationship, and that must be within here. But if it is significant, it is on the lower side or the upper side. The other thing is that you can see in this table, this value is called crit. Maybe, I don't know whether you have space to finish to write in full, because maybe it's the first time you are coming across it. Crit is the short form for the word critical. Critical is the value you need from the tables. Calculated, this CAL means calculated. This is calculated. It is what you have computed. CAL is the short form of the word calculated. Sasa, that is the second thing that I need to mention. The third thing that I need to mention is here. You see now here we are saying it's how many tails? 2. And you can see when we are talking of 2 tails, we shade like this side and this side. Now we have 3 types of division rules. 3 types. And the first one is what you can see here. And the type of the rule that you get there comes from here, step 1. It depends on how you have stated this. You see, when you tell us they are not equal, you are not telling us they are not equal to big sides. All what you know is that they are not equal. But hujui kama ni kubwa ama ni dogo. So kama unajua which side, then that becomes 1 tail. Now 1 tail is of 2 types. One is higher or the other one is lower. That's why I'm saying we have 3 types. So when we are here, this not equal to side is universal. Hii inaweza tumika anywhere. Inaweza tumika anywhere. But when you look at this one, see hii ni kubwa kuliko hii. So I could have as well written like this, but don't change that. I could as well written like that. That 1.01 is greater than 1.0. That will still be okay. Sasa kama ningaliandika hivyo, then when I come here, I'll just shade one side. And the next question, that is how we are going to solve it. Now, if the candidate decides to take this or the other one that we are already taken, the candidate is okay. Later on, I'll be telling you the few things on the eye of the beholder. So you are given that freedom. However, we are not ready to allow you to tell us something like this, that 1.01 is less than this. You see when, yeah. So you have 2 possibilities. You give us either this one or the other one, depending on the exact position. Maybe as we do several, hiyo maneno itaeleweka what I'm saying. Let's now go to the next step, which is called conclusion. Conclusion. For conclusion, this is what you do now.
Goes out wide, back in field, and it's a lovely through ball. Chance inside the box. He's trying to lift it over the keeper.
Are you talking to us?
A bit of possession play in the middle of the park here.
Ameamua kuongea na sisi. Sikia anasema nini. Okay, so look here. Sasa hii nishakwambia in general event, ile maneno unaenda ukisikia huko nje. Sasa unakuja unawekelea kwa vipimo zako. So hii 4 unakuja unaiwekelea hapa. Where do you think utaipata? On the upper side. See there? Now the upper side is region we are saying what? Reject. So we are going to say reject. Null hypothesis. Since Z calculated is greater than Z critical, that is 4 is greater than 1.96. 4 is greater than 1.96. Now it can't go in. The meaning sasa meaning inaandikwa in the words in what we call plain language. Plain language ni ile Kiingereza rahisi kabisa, inaeleweka na hilo one. Up to here, kutoka hapa step 1 mpaka hapa, this is technical language. They can only be understood by someone who has done these things. But sasa hapa unaweka kwa maneno very simple. And we prefer using the words of the examiner, which are found in the question statement, which had said, is there evidence that the machine has done what? Drifted. So now that we have rejected this now, this one, which was saying they are equal or they have not drifted, it means to mekubali. So we say the machine has drifted from its correct setting. So meaning the machine has drifted from its correct setting. Oh. Either I'm just seeing your question. I hope it is clear. So, see, to Merona, the machine has drifted from its correct setting. Now, in communication, there are three things that you need to have. Even when you go for interviews, these are three things that you must be able to give. One is your position. Number two, the reason. And number three, the exact meaning. I don't know whether I told you, if you just take your position and keep quiet, it's a measure of arrogance. It shows some rudeness. Yeah. Did you discuss that? Yeah. So those are the three things that you should be able to give as a position, the reason, and the meaning. Good. Eva, submit the second question. Thank you. Thank you. That's good. So now, the usual thing is that population known or unknown. It's known. So it's a case of known population. Is the sample one or two of them? So it's one sample. Are we talking about the mean or the proportion? So it's a single mean. It's a case of single mean. So if it's a case of single mean, first thing is the hypothesis. We have the null. So hii nimekwambia bila maneno mingi, you can just cram x bar is equal to mu. That is the sample mean ipatikana. The mean of the sample. 3.88, and the mean of the population mu 4.00. Then the alternative, this x bar, naona hizi hazitoshani, so I can decide to say they are not equal, but I can as well decide to say that x bar is less than mu. That is 3.88 is less than what? Yeah. So you are free. So the next step is significance level. So alpha, we are told 5%. Eh? 95. Yeah, so it's still 5%. Test statistic. We have Z is equals to X bar minus mu. Divide by standard deviation, divide by the root of n. So Z calculated is X bar 3.88 minus mu, which is 4.00. Divide by standard deviation is what? 0.20. And the sample size is what? 5. 25. Compute that and give me the answer. Negative 3. Negative 3. So this one is division rule. And division rule, this one is now 1 tail. It's now 1 tail. And if it's 1 tail, then it's like this. That way. So here we have reject null at 0.05. This is accept null at 0.95. And this is minus Z critical. Minus Z critical. That's right. Now nataka uchukue your normal tables, normal curve tables. You see now this side is 0.05. So utaenda huko ndani utafute 0.45. This is 0.05. And remember kutoka hapa katikati mpaka huko ni 0.5, So utaenda kutafuta 0.45. Ukishaiona unisomee the value in the row and the value in the column. Zero point one. I go 1.6. Yes. 1.65. Siko sawa? 1.65. So you can cram these ones. When it is Z two tails, 1.96. When it is one tail, it's 1.65. About that cram, but we never how to read the tables. So let's make the conclusion. Conclusion as usual. E minus 3. You go which side? On the lower side. So on the lower side, we are taught to do what? To reject. And don't cram that every time is to reject. It's only a coincidence that the first two are saying reject. So reject the null hypothesis since Z calculated is less than Z critical. That is -3 is less than -1.65. -3 is less than -1.65. The meaning of that. The meaning of that ulikuwa umeulizwa you determine whether so the machine has drifted. So the meaning is that the machine has drifted. The machine has drifted. Kama tungekuwa tumesema accept, that's when now tukisema the machine has not drifted. Meaning that what we saw in the sample is what you see in the population. Okay. Elvis, read for us question 3.
The height to which a variety of plants grows in a nurseryman's plantation is approximately normally distributed in the mean of 53 centimeters in a variance of 12 centimeters square. 12 centimeters square. Last year, a box of 15 of these plants received by mistake double the usual fertilizer. The mean height of the plants in the box was 5 centimeters. Is there any evidence at 25% confidence level to suggest that the extra fertilizer has had a beneficial effect?
Thank you, that's good. So is the population known? Yeah. One sample or two samples? One sample or two samples? Huh? The variety in that. We have one sample or two samples. Those are online. We have one sample or two samples. One. It's one sample. And it's a single. Yes, I can see those online. To remind that Cohen. And the single mean, eh? So sasa takuwa namna hii, angalia. The mean, yeah. The mean of the seedlings ipatikana what? 53. And the mean of the sample 55. And the population ilikuwa na 53. So now if you look at what I have here, I can as well decide to say not equal. I'm at the same x bar is greater than. That is 55 is greater than 53. Hii itabaki tu hivyo, formula ni hivi, but hapa itakuwa 55 minus 53. You see here, this is standard addition, eh? But the question there has given you variance. And you know that for you to get the standard addition, you require the square root of the variance. The variance is what? Is 12. And then you divide by the square root of the sample. The sample size me 15. So you will get that. So copy up that point as I draw the rule here. Is also 110. So nataka ukifika hapo, hii ni kama tu ile tumesoma hapo awali. You make the conclusion and you give me the meaning.
Please,
And see, he has a calculation.
yeah.
This is very interesting. But second, I discuss the take one era, two era. And I discuss the traffic so much. We used to highlight, but now from here, it's a highlight.
Yes. Another one. So it's curious guidance.
Very difficult to solve. During the moment, we just saw my testing and discuss. The machine has a function. Latent has difference. Somebody can't see.
just do that. That's an issue.
Okay, calculated numerator.
So that means we reject the non-hypothesis. So which means the extra factorizers has on the coefficient effect. No, like
Come on, listen, if you cannot take the
so reject with you see, you reject the non-hypothesis because now the critical in your tabulate is less than the calculated, or the calculated is greater than the critical. So that's why we are rejecting that non-hypothesis because non-hypothesis is enough. H naught mean the mean is equal to 53, which is not true. So we reject.
So we conclude aje. We accept, we reject.
Reject.
We reject. The meaning.
The calculated is greater than the critical.
Meaning.
Oh, the meaning. Oh,
What does that mean?
extra fertilizer.
Good. The extra fertilizer and the beneficial effect. That's why he's kwa hiyo nursery, they were found taller than the normal ones. I hope nyinyi ni watu wa village. Ndio kama nyinyi ni watu wa town ndio mwelewi na gani.
Is that H naught or HA?
This one, this is HA. HA. Some people, it's supposed to mean hypothesis, alternative hypothesis. Eh? Yeah, the null hypothesis. But some people write one because of this zero. Although in mathematics we don't call it zero, we call it naught, so that people think we are talking of very big things. And we just talking of the normal zero. Yeah, it's called naught, H naught, and HA. Yeah. Twende sasa back to basi tusomee wengine.
Red light seed produces red sprouts. For one particular type of bulb, it is always maintained that the expected lifetime is 1400 hours. In order to test a new batch, a sample of 10 and N was taken. The mean lifetime of the sample was 1410 hours, denoted as X, with a standard deviation of 90 hours, denoted as S. Thus, the evidence at 25% confidence level suggests that the expected lifetime has changed from 1400 hours.
Thank you, that's good. So is the population known or unknown? It is unknown, eh? Good. So it is unknown. It's a case of unknown population. Unknown. Unknown population. Unknown population. The sample ilipatikana na milia. $14.10. Now the population should have what? 1,500. Yeah. So then this one will be saying that this is less than mil. That is 1410 is less than 1,500. So hii formula huwa tunatumia T, which is given as X bar minus mu divided by S divided by the root of N minus 1. So T calculated would be 1410 minus 1,500. The standard deviation umeambiwa ni 90 na sample size ilikuwa
10.
So 10 minus 1.
Celebration from the error, but now on the number it's noted as S number. Even that it's once you know it's a multiplication, the standard deviation is to be noted as the sigma. But the question, sigma is question. If you actually know it is S. Now, all the members in the first page, all the members of the educational council, known as students, students. So there's a chapter POC. Students in school. And it's new.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah. And you know that sometimes
You're still drawing.
yeah.
You're taking too long. You are not supposed to use the shortcuts. So you can rub the edges.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, remember you told us that if you want to move, it is unknown, depends on the standard deviation. So, what if, yes, you're given the standard deviation, but it's not denoted as a symbol, or rather, you not how would you without standard deviation being noted?
Kama haijapewa the terms of the symbol. First of all, it's very difficult to come across a questioning statistic that will be missing symbols. Because mathematics we use symbols more than letters. But in the event that they have omitted the symbol, then there should be the word that tells you this is the population. This is for the population. Or they will have somehow of notify you that the question is about the population or is about the samples. They will either give you the words or they give you the symbols.
What is your computer on this?
You're through, eh? Let us go to the T tables, the student T tables.
What have you gotten here?
Let's go to the student T tables. You can see the 110 and the 210 on the right hand side.
Yeah.
So if you can see it, if you can see it, you move towards the left hand side. Eh? You stop at where there is 95%, then uterembuke mpaka kwa 9 degrees. Eh? Tell me what is there.
What? 9 degrees.
What is there?
I have a question. Why 9? Why 9?
The degrees of freedom, 10 minus 1. Umesema 1.8331 negative. Okay. From there, conclusion, what do we say? We reject. Eh? Yeah, we reject null hypothesis since T calculated is greater, no, is less than T critical. That is -3 is less than -1.8331. -3 is less than minus. The meaning is that the useful life has shifted from the normal 1500. Eh? Yeah, okay. So Ivarin, read for us the next one.
Supply of electronic components make up something is immediately.
No, hiyo. Sasa question 5, hiyo mtajipanga nayo. Is exactly like question 4. It's exactly like question 4. The first one sikuwa nawapea assignment because I first of all wanted to do the 3 times. Ile iko na 2 tails, one tail on the lower side and one tail on the upper side. Sasa from there now, tutajipanga na hiyo. So question 5 is your assignment. Question 6 now you will somea.
The switch to sugar company has 2 production lines for filling of 1 kg bags that is new in the sugar. Using data collected over the production manager estimates that the population standard deviation delivered for line 1 is 0.02 kg and for line 2 is 0.048. A random sample of 10 bags is taken from line 1 and the mean weight in the bags is found to be 1.01 kg. A similar random sample of 12 Newton as two bags is taken from the control and the mean weight is 0.989 kg. Is there any evidence to suggest that the two production lines are dispensing the amount?
Thank you, that's good. So as usual, known or unknown population. Known, good. Known population. With known population, one sample or 2 samples. 2 samples. Now, if you have 2 samples, is the question talking of the means or the proportions? It's talking of the means or proportions. Mean. So when there are 2, we say, we normally write it like this: means difference. Means difference. We want to see what's the difference between the means. Guys, like I can compare your mean performance with the early morning class performance. I want to see the mean difference. Haya, so sasa tuendelee to do the hypothesis. Now in the hypothesis, it is null. Sasa hii huwa inaandikwa hivi: x bar 1 is equal to x bar 2. In other words, we are saying there is no difference. The mean you have seen in the first one is the mean in the second. So the first sample ilikuwa na mean ya iko na mean ya 1.018, and the second one has a mean of 989. So in the alternative, x bar 1 is greater than x bar 2. That is 1.018 is greater than 0.989. Is greater than. Higher. So alpha is 0.05. So this is Z is equals to alpha x bar 1 minus x bar 2.
I have a question.
Yes.
So in case you have not, I mean, the confidence level is not stable, are you supposed to assume if it's not stable, it's 95%?
In the exam, they should always give. In the exam, they should always give. And if they have not given, that we can easily argue that the candidate should be given some free marks. Because if we let everyone to assume, then people will assume their own. But ideally, if you come across one that is not given in the exam, you can take 95. From the questions we have dealt with, you can see 95 is the most common. So you can take 95. So that those are the two cases in an exam. But remember, I'm not teaching you for the exam. Hope you know that. I'm teaching you to become practitioners out there.
Yeah.
So when you go to practice there, it is you now to decide the confidence level. Are you able to decide on that?
Yeah.
It's like, you see, when you are negotiating, I know we negotiate with many people for many things. Now, even before you are told yes or no, are you able to tell even the inaenda itakubaliwa ama itakataliwa? Are you able to tell? Yes. So what extent you can tell, naweza sema hii naona itakuwa 90% okay, ama itakuwa 95 ama 50. So sasa hapo as a practitioner you come up with. But even in the normal research that works, you find that guys prefer to use 95. Because again, if you do a very small one, like you tell us 80%, that's a big error. Or a whole 20. So what do you want the user of that information to do with a whole 20? They should not even pay you. Ni kama nianze kukufunza nikwambie mimi naona utapata 30%. So what do I want you to do with 70? Should you pay me nikufunze upate 30%? No. I should teach you to at least upate more than 50% on the minimum. Yes. So the same thing happens with you know, hata juzi wakati tulikuwa na hizi opinion polls, those guys would come to the media and wanatuambia sisi hatujalipwa, but ukweli ni kwamba wanalipangwa. Wanalipwa because how do they sustain their company? How do they pay salaries? How do they meet their costs? Are you convinced that they are so good well-wishers ati wanaitumia their resources, wanaenda wanakata data, wanakuja wanatuambia hawa wanapikia wheels? Not in Kenya. No, I think not anywhere in the world. So who are wanalipwa is only that they cannot tell. Later on when we come to discuss some assumptions, we'll be talking of the independence. You cannot, one of the major weaknesses of independence is association. Is association. What I mean by that is, kama one of the opinion pollsters, ilikuwa inaonekana na mtu mmoja wa wale candidates, wanaonekana coffee, next weekend unaona wamefry pamoja, the other day unaona kwa meeting pamoja, alafu huyo mtu anatutolea opinion poll. Can we believe it? No. Inawezekana ikuwe very scientific. But the moment tumeanza kuona hiyo association, tunaanza kushuku. Ni kama kwa hii class, now like these two good ladies here. Ukipata kila siku kuna mwenye tunaletana na yeye anaingia class na anaingia kwa office. Almost every day. Tutaanza kujiuliza hapa iko namna gani? But it could be a coincidence, there is nothing. It's only a coincidence that tunapatanaga pale kwa stage.
Akikuja class na mimi nikikuja. Happen. And if you are doubting, those of us who use matatus, uangalie from tomorrow. Kama kwa hiyo matatu yenye unatumia kuna watu umejua so far. Wajui majina lakini unajuanga huyu. Is it so? Because the same way unawekanga alarm, tuseme kama mimi alarm yangu ninaweka for 30. Kuna mwingine bado anajiwekea alarm yake for 30. So kama anachomoka kwa barabara 5, na watu najua huwa tunaenganisha 505 5 hapo. How watu most likely, even if not every day of the week, a bigger part of the days tutakuwa kwa gari moja ama nitawapata mahali. So that's what I'm saying. So inawezekana huyo masaa yake ya kufika hapa kwa Litedi ndio masaa yangu ya kutoka kwenye natoka na mimi kuja class. Inawezekana ama bado inawezekana the other way around. Kitu tulikuwa tumepanga tunapatana hapa. So all those are possibilities. And because you may not have the time to tell us whether mko mmepanga ama mko mmepanga, the best thing is to avoid. Haya, so tulikuwa wapi? So formula ushaandika. So if the formula is written, Z calculated is 1.018 minus 0.989. Standard deviation ya kwanza equals 0 point, or what is it? 0.02. Na sample size ni 10. Huyu mwingine ni the standard deviation. Na sample size 12. So compute that.
Aha. Hapo umepata? Negative, watu wa mitandao you can also changia tuone. You know some nina Elvis
1.6.
1.6.
1.6.
1.623. Eva. 35 Mercy. 35. Watu wa mitandao, what do you have? One point six two, 1.62, 1.63. Someone else? Who's online? So 1.63, or 1.63. 623. 1.623. Good. So with that now, hii ushachora is 1.65. So where are we? Do we accept or we reject? Yeah, we are in the region of accepting. So you accept null since Z calculated is less than Z critical. That is 1.623 is less than 1.65. 1.65. So meaning what? The machines are dispensing mean. Mean is the other word for equal. Hiyo word wametumia hapo mean, the other word for equal.
Why are we accepting? Because
C iko chini 1.62, C iko inside. It's 1.65 ni hapa. We are with that, Haya. Tumefika sasa ni Elvis, ama ni Ivan? Okay, Elvis tusome. Sasa utaruka hiyo question what? Question 7 hiyo unajipanga nayo. Sasa tusome question 8. Question 8 now.
A certain type of polymer is made by batch production. 10 samples and 1 were taken from each of the 2 consecutive batches, and the percentage of chemical X in each sample measured. For batch 1, the mean percentage per sample was 8.2%. with a standard deviation of 0.7%. Over 2, the mean content of chemical of eggs was 67%, with a standard deviation of 0.74%. Is there any evidence at 95% confidence level to suggest the two batches contain different percentages of neutralizers?
Thank you, that's good. So sasa, is that population known or unknown? It is unknown. Good. Unknown population. Unknown population. So if it is unknown, we have one sample or two samples. Two samples. Are we dealing with means or proportions? Mean, proportion, either can do. You see, they are using the word percentages, eh? So you can take it to be proportions. There is also the use of the word mean. The mean percentages. So you can take the means. So I want us to take the means because down there I have some questions for proportions. Means difference. Means difference. So in the means difference, now I have the hypothesis. The hypothesis. The hypothesis H0 is that x bar 1 is equal to x bar 2. That is the first sample ipatikana na percent ya 68.2, while the other one ilikuwa na 60.0. The alternative is x bar 1 is greater than x bar 2. That is 68.2 is greater than 67.0. So we have now significance level. Alpha is 0.05. This is test statistic. T is given as x bar 1 minus x bar 2. Then this other one, we have n1 minus 1 s1 squared plus n2 minus 1 s2 squared. This one you divide by n1 plus n2 minus 2. Times 1 out of n1 plus 1 out of n2. Square root. A good one, eh? So T calculated is 68.2 minus 67. Divide by the first sample is 100, eh? Yeah, to not 1%. So they are 100. Number they have given n. Wamepeana n192. Okay, so kama hawajapeana, then it's 100. So 100 minus 1. We confirm whether they have mentioned the n anywhere. Yeah, wamesema 10 samples. Can you see mahali kuna here the first line? So it is 10 minus 1. The huyu anaitwa standard deviation is 0.7. So 0.7 square plus 10 minus 1 multiplied by 0.74%. Now this one we divide by 10 plus 10 minus 2. Multiplied by 1 out of 10 plus 1 out of 10. So do that and give me the answer. Be fast because time now imesonga. That's it. I have not even finished right. Umepasema? Umepata? Those online also give me the answer. It's getting nice. Ikulemea kwanza songa pale ama uandike yenye uko nayo hapa utaangalia baadaye.
Yes.
3.72 positive, eh? 3.72. Okay. Chora ile, alafu you see these degrees of freedom, eh? Yeah, 18. This year, N1 plus N2. That's how you're getting it. So sasa utaenda kwa 110 kwa students here. Usonge kwa 95 alafu teremke kwa namba 18. Give me that value. One 1.7341. 1.7341. So conclusion is we should reject null hypothesis since T calculated is greater than T critical. That is 3.72 is greater than 1.7341. 1.7341. The meaning is walikuwa wameuliza nini? Whether they contain the same amount. Eh? Okay, so that means they don't contain the same amount. They do not contain the same amount of chemicals. They do not contain the same amount of chemicals. So you will do the question that follows that one. You do that which follows, then you pick up from there in the next lesson. So that's fine. Okay, thank you.